Field of 5. Bob Baffert has 2 of the 5. What to do? What's up, everybody? It's the Weekend Handicapper from weekendhandicapper.com. In this video, I provide picks and analysis for the Los Alamitos Derby, a prep race it's on the road to the Kentucky Derby. And with these horses hoping to have a chance to get into the starting gate for this year's Kentucky Derby. We only got a field of 5. It's race 6, Los Alamitos, a mile and an eighth. Only got a field of 5. It's going to be a short field. It's very disappointing. I have a hard time playing California racing these days because these short fields, there's just not much, it's not that attractive, honestly. But this is a big race, and it's on the road to the Kentucky Derby. So I will give my thoughts, and I will have selections for the entire card. So if you want the full card, best plays and picks and selections, I'll leave the link in the description below, and you can check out weekendhandicapper.com if you're interested in that. So here we go. Los Alamitos Derby. It's race number 6, mile and an eighth, field of 5. As I've stated plenty of times before, I wish there was more entries because more horses mean better prices. As simple as that. Short fields, usually the payoffs and the payouts aren't that good. So here we go. One by one, each horse we're going to look at. Number 1, Cosmos is a closer. Is a turf horse trying dirt for the first time. Hey, take a shot. Try to get in the Kentucky Derby. Who knows? The trainer doesn't have good stats when moving his horses from turf to dirt, trying to dirt for the first time. So I'm going to probably pass on number 1, Cosmo. Number 2, Great Power. It's been competitive in both starts, so who knows? This horse might have a shot at an okay price. Number 3, 1,000 Words. Remember, as I was saying earlier, Bob Baffert has 2 of the 5 horses in this race. Bob Baffert's been dominating Southern California racing. I get sick of seeing him win because the horses hardly ever pay anything. This particular race, the Los Al Derby, he's won it 3 years in a row. He's going for his 4th in a row. So on one hand, I guess you got to respect the guy. He's definitely a competent trainer. On the other hand, my gosh, how about a little parity, please? My gosh, in a pari-mutuel game, having some parity is good. I know he's had some star super horses, and there's plenty of fans out there that likes that aspect, but I like nice prices and winning some money, so it's hard to win money on Bob Baffert. Number 3 is 1,000 Words. This is one of 2 horses he has. It's won at Los Al before, won the Los Al Futurity. Last 2 races hadn't been that impressive, but it's back at Los Al, so maybe it'll do better. So it's certainly a contender, of course, and certainly probably going to be a short price. Number 4, Uncle Chuck. Here's your other Bob Baffert horse. Early speed, won by 7 lengths in his debut. This horse is probably going to get hammered at the window. It's going to take a lot of money. But early speed, if it can improve on that first race, which was very impressive, then it's one of the most likely winners of this race. And number 5, Anu Dior. Has the best speed figures of this group, has won at this distance, or hasn't won at this distance, but its class, its experience is one of the more experienced horses in this race. Maybe this is the spot for this horse, so definitely give a look to the number 5. So, how am I going to bet this year's Los Alamitos Derby? I'm always trying to beat Bob Baffert because I'm always trying to beat any short price horse, and usually Bob Baffert's horses in Southern California, when they're racing in Southern California, are short prices. It's just hard to overlook that. The guy's good. The horses usually win. But I'm trying to beat any short price horse. So I'm going to go against Bob Baffert and try to beat it with the number 5, Anu Dior. We'll see what happens. In a field of 5, you can't get too fancy. You can't get too exotic with your exactas or trifectas or superfectas because they ain't going to pay nothing. I hardly ever bet a superfecta with less than 8 horses. Sometimes 7, depends on the odds. But it just doesn't pay to take those kind of risks in short fields like this. And even when you're right, you hardly make any money typically. So I'm just going to put a simple win bet on the number 5, a new Dior. Hopefully it could beat the Bob Baffert horses. Another one that might be interesting at okay price is the number 2, Great Power. So if you do play as actors, maybe include that horse. But number 4, Uncle Chuck, is going to be tough to beat. 1,000 words, probably going to go back to being himself and competing. So I'm going to go anti-Baffert, or anti-Baffert's horses, I should say, and try to beat them with the number 5, a new Dior. Simple, small win bet because it's going to be tough and the prices probably won't be that good. But at least I have a little action, a little skin in the game. So if you do, hopefully you'll pick the right winners. Hopefully you can find some way to make a profit out of this short field and these low prices. So I would love to hear who you like and who your picks are in this year's Los Alamitos Derby, a race on the road to the Kentucky Derby. Again, if you want the full card selections of Los Al, if you love sprint races, you're going to love the card at Los Al because you only got 2 route races. Races 6 and 9, I'm pretty sure, are the only route races. Everything else is sprint. So if you like to play sprint races on dirt, Los Al is the place to be on Saturday, probably. All right. So check out weekendhandicapper.com if you want the full card selections. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that notification bell if you want all the latest tips, tools, and resources to help you learn how to make money by betting on thoroughbred horse races. Until next time, happy handicapping, smart wagering.